In this lesson, we'll cover sprinkler systems. So we've already created 6 sprinkler heads. Now what we need to do is combine those into a sprinkler system. From there, we can route our pipes from sprinkler to sprinkler within the system itself. So how do we go about adding these sprinklers to a sprinkler system? Well, one method is to select a sprinkler head. So just go ahead and pick on the sprinkler in the upper left. When you select this sprinkler, if it belongs to a system already, you'll see an option on the ribbon for editing the system. If it does not belong to a system, on the very right of the ribbon, you'll see Create Systems, and particularly Piping. Go ahead and click Piping. Next, it'll ask you, what type of system are we creating? Well, by default, it knows it's a sprinkler, therefore it picks up a fire protection wet system. I can give the system a name, and I can open it in the system editor if you want at this moment, but for right now, let's just accept the default name and click OK. This will then add the one sprinkler to the sprinkler piping system, and I can see it highlighted or surrounded by a dashed box. What I need to do now are add the other 5 sprinklers to this system. To do that, with this sprinkler still selected, choose Edit System from the ribbon. The Sprinkler System Edit menu ribbon will now appear. On the ribbon, verify Add to System is selected. With this selected, you can mouse over sprinklers that are not currently added to the system, for example, the ones in gray, and select on those, and they'll be added to this current sprinkler system. If you were to select something belonging to another system, Revit will notify you of that, and if you chose to add it to the system, it'll remove it from the other system, adding it to this system. Now, if you know you have specific equipment, pumps for example, that are built into the actual fire system, and you want to select that equipment, you can actually choose that by picking Select Equipment. If the equipment is already in the project, but you visually don't see it, you can choose it from the drop-down list. Once we're done adding the sprinklers to the system, simply click Finish Editing System. This now adds the sprinklers to this new system. To verify they were added, simply click on one of the sprinklers. You should now see a piping option for Piping System on the ribbon. Clicking Piping System will allow me to actually view what system these belong to, and visually on the screen, you'll see these surrounded by a dashed box. Go ahead and click anywhere on the screen to deselect. So as a review, in this lesson, we looked at creating sprinkler systems. We first looked at if a sprinkler belongs to a system by simply selecting the sprinkler. Since it didn't belong to a system, we were given an option on the ribbon to create a new system, particularly a piping system. When we selected this, Revit prompted us to choose a type of system, in this case a fire suppression wet system. We gave the system a name, and then we added the other 5 sprinklers to this system. We could also add mechanical equipment within the system if that equipment also existed in our Revit project. And lastly, we looked at the actual sprinkler to verify it was connected to our new system.